So first we're going to go to our Launchpad and we're going to find Adobe Animate. We're going to go ahead and open up Adobe Animate. Now you might end up with a pop-up. You can skip that. You might have it pop up with the tutorial. Again, you can skip that. Okay. Like always, we're going to go up to the left-hand corner here where you see the blue New File. We're going to click on New File. Then if we look at some of these preset options, we're going to go with HD today. So we're going to use where it says 1280 by 720. We're going to switch our frame rate. So we're going to set 12 as our frame rate, and then we're going to click Create. Okay. When we do, here's what we can see. Now remember, we always want to double check a few of our settings to make sure things are correct. So if we go up to this top right corner, right next to the test movie, there's a button called Workspaces. We're going to make sure it has Basic selected, which it does, so that's good. I can then go over here. In the top right corner of my stage, you see 100%. That is our zoom ratio. I'm going to do Fit in Window so I can see my whole stage. Then at the very bottom of our stage, we can see this horizontal rectangle that's titled Timeline on the left. If I follow that same bar all the way over to the right, I see about 4 or 5 lines. I'm going to click on that and make sure I have Preview selected. So I have all of those options set up. Now I need to pick my paintbrush. So on the left-hand side of my screen here, this is called our toolbar. Okay, this is where we get the tools that allow us to create things. So we're going to do our classic brush tool. You can click on it on the side, or you can also do the shortcut where you press B on your keyboard, and you'll notice my cursor changed. Now if we go over to the right side of our window here, we're going to see Properties at the top, and you'll notice towards the middle there's something that says Classic Brush Options. You'll see where it says Size, and there's a dot on a line that you can drag and make your dot bigger or smaller. So I'm going to set mine at about 50 just so I can really see what I'm doing. You'll also notice in this properties window here, there is a box titled Fill. So if you click on the fill, you can pick a different color for your paint color. So I went with a blue. Okay, now that I have this selected, I look down here, I have my first frame. So I'm going to start this first one. I'm going to start off to the edge here on my left side. I'm just going to click once. Okay, so you can see in my preview down below in my frame number 1, you can see the blue circle. Then I'm going to come over here in the middle of my timeline menu. I'm going to find the white square with the white circle, which is the Insert Blank Keyframe. I'm going to click on it, and you'll notice I have an empty blank frame now. Okay, now I can't see where I started because this frame is blank. But if I go over in my timeline menu here again to where I see the 2 overlapping circles, this is called the onion skin. I want to go ahead and turn that on. And what we can see now is a faded circle where I first clicked. So now I can take and click again in frame 2, and I have a new dot, and I can see that it's overlapping with my last dot. So these are going to be really close together, which means that it's going to have slower movement. So then I'm going to go back to my timeline menu and click Insert Blank Keyframe. It's that square with the white dot. And then I'm going to go ahead and click nearby the dot I just did. I'm going to come back down here, select Insert Blank Keyframe. I'm going to go ahead and click. This time I'm going to start spreading out my dots. I go back to Insert Blank Keyframe. I'm going to click. So I left more space. And I'm just going to keep doing this. So clicking blank keyframe, then painting a new dot, then clicking a new keyframe, painting a new dot, then clicking a new keyframe, painting a new dot. Now I think I might add some closer together. So click new keyframe, paint a new dot, click new keyframe, paint a new dot. And I'm just going to do this. And as you're going, if you want to see what you've created, you can click the play button and it'll show you what you've made so far. So if I click play, I can see what I've created. So then I can add another new keyframe. Maybe I'm going to slow it down and have it come back down. So I'm just clicking new keyframe and I'm just moving around. So you'll notice, because I'm having them a lot closer together in these, it's going to slow my motion. So notice when they're spread out, it goes fast, and then it has a little swoop at the end. So I want you to try this out. You can also try changing your size of dot. So if I want to decrease the size of my dot, I can also, maybe I make it a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller. So that's something else that you can try out too. Now, one issue here, when I did that, did I add new keyframes? Nope. So when I go to play this, watch what happens. All of a sudden I have a bunch in one. Okay, so if that happens, if you make a mistake, click on your frame down in the timeline, 2-finger click on it, and I can say clear keyframe. When I do that, it has deleted everything out. So now I can say add blank keyframe. So now I have a blank keyframe. And then I go to the right hand side to the properties menu, and right below the word properties, there's the word tool. I click on it. I'm going to have to increase my dot size again. So now I can add my smaller dot. Now I can do a new keyframe. Go back to tool, bring this down a little bit. Now I can add a new keyframe. Go back to tool, bring this down a little bit. New keyframe, go back to tool, make my size smaller. Okay, now when I play it, look what happens. Okay, so play around with it. The Magic Dot, it's all about getting used to frames, used to your properties panel, trying out the paintbrush. So test those out and see what you can create.